Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Terrapins will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Blue Devils offense will go to work first. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes him play after the grab.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
And the Blue Devils come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to go up top on first down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Looking for more room. The 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Hand off from the shotgun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through one quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Blue Devils with the 1st and 10. He's got him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Blue Devils! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Cincinnati pulled out a win today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those Bearcat players. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. To the air, it's Washington. Quickly complete. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace Wade Stadium.
The Blue Devils will boot it away to start the second half. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. He'll pull it on the read. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These 2 teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. Final stand they'll start with a first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. The Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. And here comes the punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Wants to throw on first down. He's got the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Gonna take a shot on 2nd and short. Finds his tight end. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He wants to throw it again. With the catch, it's Brown.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Chucked it away just as he was hit. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to set up the screen. Sweet cut there. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Complete to the right. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Using the quick game. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Hands it off. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He got it. Touchdown, Duke! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to the big tight end. The sure hands, it's Fleming. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Back to throw, it's Washington. He wants a big play here late. Brings it down on the right side. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Second down coming up. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. I mean, not only were those two guys not on the same page, I don't think they were in the same playbook. They barely... Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the final drive comes up empty, and the ball game is over. Fans of defense probably love this game, guys. Fans of offense, not so much, but fans of winning? Oh, everybody's a fan of winning, and they found a way to get it done.
A win is a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you get it done. This was not pretty by any stretch. Phenomenal defense, offense. They've got a lot of work to do coming up. But at the end of the day, David, that's a happy locker room.
Yeah, you know what? You pretty boys say it's not pretty. That was beautiful. That was gorgeous. You talk about hitting people. You talk about tackling. You talk about physicality.